This is Charlie Kao with Travel Mall Media Group at ITB Asia in Singapore with Nichlas Maratos, who is Vice President of Sales Asia Pacific for Starwood. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Nice to be here with you this afternoon.
Likewise, you just got back from Hokkaido, you say.
I did, just this morning.
And tell our audience about what's going to happen there.
Actually, we are converting 3 hotels in Hokkaido area. So we open a Sheraton, a Westin, and our new brand, a Tribute, in early December.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, like that.
Just like that. Okay. That's the way Starwood works, huh?
Yes.
Well, along that line of acquisitions, and I suppose you also have some that drop out. What have been like the average for the last few years in general?
Yeah, so at the moment we have around 300 hotels open across Asia Pacific. We open a new hotel roughly every 10 days, and we sign a new hotel deal roughly every 7 days. So over the last few years we open between 30 to 50 every year, and that we foresee continuing for the next few years.
In your projection, 5 years, what's the plan to be 2020 or whatever the plan is?
Yeah, we have 300 open at the moment. We have another 250 under construction, and we sign 30 to 50 new deals every year. So we're already at the 526 mark in terms of hotels either open or under construction, and those will open, most of them will open over the next 3 years, and we will add new hotels in the next 3 years as well. So we plan to be at the 500 mark in the near future.
In the major cities, I presume all your major brands, 5-star brands
actually,
are there?
A combination of major cities, gateway destinations, primary resort locations, but also, specifically in India, China, and Indonesia, also growing into secondary cities and also tertiary cities. So we have a broad range of brands, as you know, 10 different brands, and we see growth across the brands, across markets, across locations. So a lot of growth potential in Asia. Asia is growing, continues to grow. The middle classes in Asia and all the sort of primary growth markets grow, so there's a lot of opportunity to have new hotels.
Being such a global brand with your marketing, I presume your guests come from all the markets based on how much business or leisure they receive from those source markets.
Yeah, we have business coming in from across the world, but more and more we see a lot of growth in the Asian markets. So we see more and more business Asia for Asia. And yes, specifically as we start to open in secondary and tertiary locations, we see a lot more local business, but also with the rise in economies in the tiger markets or the boom markets, we see a lot of business domestically out of those markets, but also going outbound into Asia and outbound into the rest of the world.
Do you see an advantage being a global brand with a strong loyalty reward program?
Very much so. We were the hotel company that opened in many of the Asian markets. We were the first to open in many of the Asian markets. So the consumers in those markets have got to know our brands. For instance, 1985 we opened the first Sheraton hotel in China. We now have 150 hotels in China, and the consumers out of China have got to know our brands. So when they travel regionally or internationally, they look out for our brands. So definitely an advantage. We're also the largest upper upscale hotel operator in Asia. So that enables us to have a broad base of consumers and customers that know our brands, so that when they travel, they stay with our brands. And definitely the loyalty program in SPG, award-winning program that consumers really aspire to be part of. And then the B2B part of that, or the B2B component of that SPG Pro that we launched just a year ago, we also see big pickup of that, and our customers really being drawn to work with Starwood because of that loyalty offering.
Obviously, the corporate traveler, up-end, for the up-end properties, the up-end leisure traveler. How about MICE? the meeting and conference. How strong are you in that or focused on that?
So we have a good mix of business across, as you say, corporate, also sort of high-end leisure. But MICE is a big focus for us. Probably around 20% of our business comes in from the MICE segment. A big focus for us. It's the type of business that hotels like to have in their hotel. And we spend a lot of time focusing on that, and specifically sort of having a hotel like Sheraton Macau in the mix, 4,000 rooms and huge meeting space. We have lots of opportunity to take in MICE business.
The MICE business, I would imagine the bulk of it is regional.
Primarily regional, probably 75% is sort of Asia for Asia, but we still see business coming in from all over the world, and now we also start to see a lot of MICE business going globally out of Asia as well.
In terms of product and service innovation, what are some of them that you've launched in different parts of Asia Pacific in recent years?
Yeah, so Starwood is known to be an innovator in the hotel space, and we always pride ourselves on focusing on what's next. So there could be multiple things that I could talk about, but I think one is probably our SPG app. 2 years ago or so, we launched an app that basically our travelers have SPG in their mobile phone at all times. We recently launched an iteration of that for some of our brands where you can actually open your room door with your phone. So SPG Keyless, SPG being our loyalty program, but we've enabled our frequent travelers to open their room door through their mobile phone. So that's just one example of some of the innovation.
Give me another one. Let's say for the MICE market. What works here better than somewhere else?
Yeah, so maybe one that I can talk about a little bit. We have a program called Starwood Personalized Traveler, specifically for the China and India market, and it really focuses on what the travelers out of those markets want and expect when they travel, whether they travel within Asia or globally. So it's a sort of product offering of what we offer either to individual travelers or a MICE planner that speaks to the specific wants and needs of that market segment.
Well, Nichlas Maratos, Vice President, Sales Asia Pacific for Starwood, thank you very much.
Thank you.